You keep hitting a wall. Procrastination, stress, lack of focus and productivity. Maybe you try mindset tricks, motivational videos, or sheer willpower, but nothing works long term. Maybe you're not focused on the things that will work. Maybe you haven't even seen those things. A qEEG brain map can show you exactly how your brain is performing and why you keep hitting that wall. I'm going to teach you about it in this video, and more importantly, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do so that that wall gets out of your way. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh. I help millions of people worldwide balance screen time, step away from explicit matter, and get back on purpose in their real life with a brain in their head that is fueled up and working optimally. If that sounds like something you're looking for, stay with me here on this channel and let's dive in. Mental roadblocks, they're not just personality flaws like many people think. It's a brain issue. If you're stuck in procrastination or anxiety, those are two types of stress responses, and your brain might be stuck in one, the other, or both of them simultaneously. Many people think they're broken and they'll never feel well again. You're not broken. You're just stuck in a loop. It's literally called a negative feedback loop. It's the proverbial downward spiral. But when you do one or two important things, you can upward spiral your brain and your life. You don't need more discipline. What you need is to shift your brain out of that survival mode that you're stuck in. You'll see here an example of a brain map summary. You'll see that there's 4 speeds on this summary. It shows you theta, slow speed, that's the tired speed. On the other side, it shows you high beta. That's the stuck in stress and anxiety speed, very fast speed. The 2 speeds in the middle, those are medium speeds. When that brain map is green, it means that you're in the common focus mode. When you see red in high beta, it means you're stuck in stress. When you see red in theta, you're stuck in fatigue, brain fog, and overwhelm. That's what I call strained brain. When you're stuck in red in the middle speeds, that's actually something that I call drained brain. Drained brain means you're artificially stuck in too calm, but it actually leads to lack of focus. When your brain is too calm, it's because you've been hitting that easy button of screen time and explicit matter too much. High levels of dopamine desensitize the reward center and the reward pathways. When those pathways become flooded with dopamine, then there's too much alpha in your brain and you become stuck in neutral. You'll feel drained, numb, maybe even dissociative, maybe even lack of pleasure, even in your real life. Well, there's something that you could do about drained brain. Let's get that upward spiral going. This summary is just a snapshot of what a full brain map looks like. A full brain map actually has 18 of these brain map heads on it. It also has 29 other measures. So this summary is a really good peek at what a brain map looks like, but there's a lot more to it. Now, if you feel stuck, if you feel anxious and stressed out, if you feel exhausted and overwhelmed, what you can do right now is list all the ways that you feel and then draw your brain map and see how you think it's linked to your brain performance. I promise you, the way that you feel is always linked to your brain performance. This is scientifically proven. These brain performance patterns, they are at the core of the behavioral symptoms that you experience. So the number one thing you can do is have your own qEEG brain map performed. That's what my team and I do for people around the world. My company is a global impact company. Using my app, Dr. Trish Leigh, and an online portal, we work with people from their home everywhere across the world. So if you're trying to recover from porn or balance your screen time, you don't have to guess how you're going to do it. When you have a brain map performed, you can see exactly what your brain needs. It's a neural blueprint. Just like the brain waves that we just talked about, the brain map will show you. Is your brain overactive in the stress mode? Is it underactive in the calm mode? It will show you exactly what's at the core of what you're feeling, and it will show you how you can feel and perform better fast. The way I think about healing exists on 4 levels of consciousness. So the first level is unconscious. To me, this is the coolest part, is that brain mapping and then neurofeedback or brain training, it exists on an unconscious level. Your brain's probably kind of like a black box to you. You've never thought about how it works and how it's literally controlling the behaviors of your mind and your body. That's unconscious. And when you have a brain map performed, you can see the unconscious level. Next is subconscious. Subconscious is what you address in therapy. You go work with a professional who helps you see the programming of the past or the behaviors that you use that you might not be aware why you're doing it or how it's serving you. These subconscious patterns are flying below the radar. And like I've already told you, they come from your brain performance pattern at the unconscious level. But when you go to therapy, you're digging them up and you're taking them up to the next level of consciousness. Now, consciousness is all the things you know about, maybe even the things you know you want or need to do better, like eating healthier or working out more. You're conscious of it. You're aware, unlike subconscious where you might not be aware. The 4th level is what I call super consciousness. This is the divinely inspired, most authentic version of yourself. So think for a minute. What do you, the real you, want to accomplish here on planet Earth? What does that authentic version of you feel like? Are you having enough courage to be that version? That's super consciousness. So your brain hack strategy for right now is go over to drtrishleigh.com and check out brain mapping. There's examples on the website. You can figure out which one of those brain maps might be yours. Now, that's unconscious. You don't have to think about it at all. The brain map will show you. But what can you do for those other 4 aspects? Well, for the subconscious part, list out any of the behaviors that you know are flying under the radar. But I want to remind you, they're subconscious. You might not be aware of them. It might be important for you to get an emotionally mature and intelligent coach to work with you. That's also something that my team and I do. Then work on those conscious things that you know about. List them all out. What are all the things you've been wanting to do or you know you need to do to feel and perform better? When it comes to super consciousness, create some quiet time. Figure out what you want from your life and what you want to do to contribute to the world. Okay, so brain training really can clear these blocks for you and create momentum. No more downward spiral. Training your brain is the number 1 most powerful way that you can unconsciously help your cause if you want to leave screens behind and get back to real life pleasure. Now, especially if you're struggling with ED or sexual arousal dysfunction of any kind, it means your brain is stuck. So if you're just trying to perform better and you're so stressed out about it, you're actually locking your brain more in the neuro-rigid downward spiral that's causing more and more of your issues. A brain map and brain training are the things that can get that momentum going unconsciously. Your second best option, checking out brain training at home by yourself. If you go to drtrishleigh.com, at the bottom of the website, there's a tab that says Brain Training Headband. I don't sell it myself, but it links you through to the manufacturer. I'm on a mission to teach people how they can train their brains. This is the first step if you want to do it by yourself. That's also the hardware that I use with my Dr. Trish Leigh app. So if you're ever inspired to work with me and my team, you'll be ready. If you want to address the subconscious, conscious, and superconscious levels at home right now, you can do that too. First, subscribe, because this way we can keep spending time together. Then go back to that list that you made of each of those levels and pick one action step that you can do right now. Make sure you do one of them today. When you get done doing that action step, put a check mark next to it in your journal. Science shows when you put a little check mark next to something that you've done in the real world, it will help you get a dopamine hit. In this way, you'll start rewiring your brain back to healthy real life pleasure. Speaking of rewiring your brain for real life pleasure, go over to drtrishleigh.com. The link is in the description. I've created a free guide for you. It has 32 brain hacks that will help you get back on track, enjoying your life at levels you never could have guessed that you could enjoy. Now, if you're ready to crash through that wall like the Kool-Aid Man, the number one way to do that is to get a brain map so you can see those unconscious patterns that are driving your behaviors. From there, we can work together. I can set very specific protocols just for you. This way, I can help you move your brain forward very fast. While we're doing that, you'll see all the data that will show you your brain is getting healthier and performing better every single day. This is the way that you can most efficiently overcome screen addictions and get back to enjoying your life. If you want to see what an overstimulated brain looks like or an anxious brain, stay with me. Click the link of the video that's coming up in the corner right now. Let's spend more time together. This way we can explore these brain patterns together, and I can give you more brain hack strategies so you can balance your screen time and get back to rocking out your best life. Now, in the comments, put what you're going to do to address these 4 levels of consciousness. I want to know, and I want you to be able to share them with me, and I'll comment back. Stay with me on the channel, and as always, remember, control your brain or it will control you.